All right, welcome back to LAK Sports, and joining me is Matthew Maclean. Matthew, you're going to be preparing for an upcoming fight at PFC 22 on April 25th. So, Matthew, thanks for taking the time out of your training today. And how are you? And how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. A little tired right now, but it's part of the game. So other than that, I'm feeling amazing. So
Quick turnaround. You just fought at the last PFC event. When they offered you Muhammad, did you accept right away, or what was your mindset at?
I kind of did a little bit of research on him, and he looked like he's a really tough guy, and he looks like he likes to mix it up, but he's not afraid to throw, and that's I'm all about taking the challenge and challenging myself. So I'm gonna go in there, give it my all, and may the better man stand tall that night.
You're coming in a two-fight win streak. So coming in here, is this gonna be the best version of Matthew Maclean that we've seen yet?
I would like to think so. Each fight I learn a little bit more, and I'm just taking the time to soak it all in, and you know build the brackets and just have it there to have fun.
For sure, for sure. Now, the name Hollow Point, where does that come from?
It's I kind of come up with it, and a lot of people kind of said it fits me because hollow point bullet, it's designed to create damage and it hits hard, and that's I throw some heavy bombs, so that's kind of where the name come from.
For sure. So now we talked about you. You're preparing. You're in camp. You're preparing for this fight on April 25th. Not only you, but you have multiple teammates fighting on the same card, and you're preparing all at the same time. What does that do for the mental factor, knowing that you're all in this together and you're all preparing for the same upcoming card?
It just puts me up over the moon. It's all my buddies are on the card, and we're going there to hopefully we all come on top, and that's just the atmosphere, and it just lightens the room each and every time. So
For sure.
that's where it puts me mentally, is just prepares me that much more.
Well, speaking of the last card, you and Lenny had fought on the last card together as well. So, is there any rituals or routines that you guys like to do during like fight camp or fight week or?
We'll just kind of work together, and he'll he's works with me quite a bit and picks out the holes in my game, and we work on it, and we just sharpen the knives and go back to war.
Obviously, you guys are fighting at two different weight classes, but is there a bit of do you train much together? I mean, you're around the same height. What how does that work out?
Yeah, I'm usually here in Sarnia 2 or 3 times a week, and me and Lenny will usually get some rounds in after class, and it's pretty good that way.
Now, your opponent Muhammad Mahdi, he's 1-0. What do you know anything about your opponent, and what do you think about when you see a guy like him?
I think he's when I see a guy like him, he seems kind of dangerous. So it's I've watched a couple of his fights there that he had, and he he seems like he can hit pretty hard, but he seems like he likes to go to the ground. He's gonna try and pressure me up against the cage, and so it'll be just a matter of who wants it more, and hopefully I can stay off the cage and stay off the ground.
Obviously, with amateur, everyone sometimes it depends on how many fights everyone's had. But sometimes in amateur, it's harder to be able to prepare for everybody. But given with Muhammad, there's only so much tape. So, have you found that difficult to find tape on your opponent?
Not really. It's you. Good thing about YouTube is you can go on it and you can look up anybody pretty well anymore. So no, it's just that in the thought process with Muhammad is it's another fight. I'm here to fight, and it's sometimes the less I know about an opponent will just really make the fireworks go too, because I won't be expecting to what he's gonna throw. So
Well, it's kind of like the fog of war going on.
it's exactly.
Now he comes from Toronto, and you're going to be representing Sarnia here. Do you like the kind of defending the turf kind of storyline?
I do. It definitely puts a lot of pressure on my shoulders, but it's gonna be water under the bridge, and I step in the cage and hopefully come out with a win.
Now, where do you feel you got the edge in this upcoming fight?
I definitely think with the striking, it could go definitely in my favor. I like to, like I said, I like to throw heavy bombs, and he likes to throw an overhand right, and if he steps right into one of my shots, he's gonna be hopefully going down.
Now, hopefully the internet's not lying to me, but this fight's at catch weight. You fought at 145, you fought at 150, and fought at 155. So where do you like fighting at?
Personally, I either 150 or 155. I find it's just that's starting to get in the bracket where the guys are getting a little bigger and a little more power behind the shots. There's still some guys that in the lighter weight classes I find that hit pretty hard too, but it's just like I said, it's fits my weight perfectly. I don't got to cut much, and I can stay fresh, and I can just keep focusing on training instead of cutting.
Now, fighters they improve every day. Every time they come in the gym, there's something new you're learning. What's probably the biggest improvement that you've shown that you want to bring on April 25th?
Definitely been working a lot on the ground. My last couple fights, people are starting to notice that I've been going to the ground. So I've been working a lot on that. I definitely think my striking too has also improved and starting to flow a lot better and not swinging as wild. So
For sure, for sure. And because you're going to be fighting pretty much in front of the home crowd, how do you prepare to deal with the adrenaline rush?
I just go about my normal day, and think about what I'd be doing sitting at home or
So you're not going to let the crowd like sway from the game plan.
no. I actually I kind of like it. I feel like I'm on top of the world when I hear them. I like to get them going. Let's get them going and let's get loud. So
Being able to train at purebred, how has that shaped you as a person and as a fighter?
it, I definitely think it keeps the discipline pretty good, and it's training at purebred here. I find it's one of the best gyms to come out of. So just the work and they make you feel like a family here. So
For sure, for sure. Now, I want to let you get back to this, but I like to keep it light and fun at the end of this. So, uh, I got to ask a couple questions. Who at this gym talks the most trash? Fun
oh,
trash from the competition.
definitely Todd.
Okay, okay. But amongst you though, your
Amongst like
teammates.
the teammates, that's a tough one because everybody here is usually fairly respectful, but
Right.
I'm gonna pick on Austin Cable today, so
All right.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
say him.
Who's the funniest guy here?
I definitely say again Austin. He
And
always gets me laughing. So
and who would be the most likely to show up late?
Piper,
Who in this gym would survive a zombie apocalypse?
I definitely say Lenny White on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What would you bring in a zombie apocalypse?
I bring a whole lot of guns and a whole lot of ammo.
Who controls the music around here when the big man's not here?
Austin Cable.
And who's probably the hardest hitter here?
I'd say Eugene. Yeah, that guy. When he hits you, it's like getting hit by a brick.
Yeah. Ask what is worse, the coach giving you crap and pushing you, or your 5 a.m. alarm clock?
5 a.m. alarm clock.
For sure, for sure. Well, anyway, man, I appreciate you taking the time to do this. Good luck on April 25th, and good luck. Hopefully, you bring back a win, and we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I appreciate your time.